Thing number 11, uniqueness. Who's got that thing here? No, I used to have. Now it gets pointed out to me all the time. So uniqueness is a huge thing when you come to rehab, especially, or come at our kind of backgrounds, whatever. You think that your problems are unique, the situation that you find yourself in unique, what's happened to you is unique, what will happen to you is unique. God speaks to you more than He speaks to other people. All of those kind of things. You think you're special. You think you're special. Very, very, very untouchable, special. And when you think like that, then circumstances don't matter to you. Realistically, circumstances don't matter to you. What you find yourself in, it's also denial. Huge denial. There comes a huge thing, when we speak about it now, but there comes a huge thing when it comes to uniqueness, and it's unteachable spirit. You become unteachable. Because no matter what I say to you, if Carl and myself were in counseling, and I speak to him, and Carl had an unteachable spirit, it doesn't matter what I say to him, I can speak the best words, God is working through me, but if he doesn't receive it, it falls on deaf ears. Because he thinks he knows better. Yeah. And special. And I don't know what I'm talking about. You haven't been, you haven't been in my shoes, man. You don't know what I've been through. You know, the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. Nothing. Your circumstances might be unique to you, but not to this person. The world. And funny enough, everything that you are facing, people have faced before. People have triumphed things that you are going through at this stage. You are the thing, you are the one not choosing to fight it. You are choosing something different. He considers himself to be special, one of a kind, and totally different from others. Yes, your purpose, God's given you all a purpose and a vision. Yes, that's unique, because we all fill different parts of the body. In that sense, you are one of a kind, but you are not. Look around you. These people did the same things you did. Ended up in the same place. Different from especially others, people suffering from the same kind of dysfunctional emotional behavior. Although in reality, he may be very predictable and very much like other people. You know, when I see people, especially in an environment like this, when people get emotional, they get predictable. Because you act on your feelings and you'll act exactly. You don't make good choices when you're emotional. But when you become emotional, then all the same things pop out. No, I need to be a dad, and I need to be a mom, and I need to go look after my kids, and this and this and this and this. It's all, some of it, easy. You were there. You weren't there, but you were there. So all of a sudden, you're going to be sentimental about your situation. Told you guys so many times, ending up here is not an overnight decision. Doesn't happen overnight. Your families are worried, concerned, love you, need to make plans to get you here, phone a lot of people. So don't tell me you were there, because you weren't. Because you didn't see that whole process. Like, maybe you did behind closed doors, because they had to lock them. But it's not an easy thing. He wants to be above the rest and stress, and his stresses are unique. And he said his circumstances are unique. You know how many times I've heard that I have to do this? I can't do this because, I need to go find a job. Or I can't do this, I need to go be I'm not dissing. Yes, we all want to be good dads and mothers and brothers and sisters and sons and daughters. We all want to. But you must learn how to. Because at the moment you don't know. Well, most of you don't know. Not all of you. Not all of you. Okay. What does unteachability look like? These are simple little things. Just nothing to do really with this, but just simple little things. You don't take notes, don't read books, don't learn anything new. The bare minimum is accessible, or the bare minimum is enough. If you know that Jesus died for you on the cross, that is enough. But there's so much more to Jesus than just that. I told you guys in a preaching that I can't remember when. Look for him and you'll find him. So he's in everything and you on everything, and he's in you and you on everything else. And God's everywhere. But you must look. You have a responsibility to look for him. In circumstances that you find yourself in, God uses life to pull things out of you you didn't know that you had. And life can be tough sometimes. It presses down on you. Circumstances are bad. Most of them are. For you. Maybe not. Other people have been through them. Experience counts. Don't get me wrong. But God uses life to get things out of you. But if you get stuck there, you stay there. And this is all about growth. Am I right? We all want to grow. What you must do to grow? Yeah, awesome. Learn. Endure. I like that. Character. I told you guys before, true character shows when you're under pressure. When you did something wrong, and you know that you did something wrong, and you get caught out for it. That's a perfect moment to see where you're at. Perfect moment. It will tell you a lot about yourself. A bad phone call will tell you where you're at. News that you don't like will tell you where you're at. A lot of that this weekend, I think. And the weekend before that. It's been a rough week, 2 weeks or so. But anyway, that will tell you where you are more or less. Like get confronted or corrected by me or anyone else will tell you where you're at. You don't ask questions or attempt anything that might reveal your ignorance or risk of looking stupid. It's true. You don't ask questions. I'm going to ask this question because you know what? I really want to know the answer. You know, someone once said to me that a good question is better than a good answer. But the right questions are better than the good answers. But yeah, if you're in a situation and you don't want to ask anything because you don't look stupid, then you're unteachable. Why don't you want to learn anything new? It's tough, It's tough, that. It's a heavy thing in the mind. Like you don't want to look stupid, but the main thing is that you don't learn something new. And you have to learn. You know, your pupils there. With a heavy background. Don't seek or accept one-to-one personal guidance or mentoring from parents, teachers, pastors, elders, etc. Read that again. Don't seek to accept one-on-one personal guidance from mentors and parents and teachers, pastors, elders, etc. Rolf likes saying this, and it's so good to hear him say it. But those teachers that you didn't like in school are actually the teachers who were trying to teach you something. But you didn't like their way. Meanwhile, there are teachers, you know, if you look at a teacher's heart, 99%, my mom's a teacher, 99% of teachers want the best for you. It's not a job where you get a lot of, praise, in the right crowd you'll get the right, gratification or something. But you have to have a heart for it. Many are called, few are chosen. You know what I mean? But they want the best for you. But we decide, no, I don't like you. You flip and tune me the other day. I'm going to listen to you again. But their hearts are for you. Pastors, same thing. Parents. Who are parents here? Lift your hand. Would you give your kid wrong advice? That's your heart, am I right? Never. Well, I've heard some stupid advice from parents. But anyway, the heart behind it is what I'm talking about. The heart of Jericho is for you to recover. The heart of your parents is to guide you, lead you, love you. You know, but some of you are parents, you want to guide your kids, and you say stuff that, even though they don't like it, but they're hearing from you, but you know why you say it. Don't listen, but talk about yourself, especially when you're with someone you could learn from. I had a friend like that. It was actually who does that. In every situation that we find ourselves in, we will speak about a project or whatever, he'll make it about himself. And he'll always try to be the smartest guy in the room. One thing Lawrence taught me, well, he taught me a lot of things, a lot of amazing things, but one of the things that he said to me is never walk into a situation and think that you are right. You know, it's a big thing. If you see something wrong and you're walking and thinking that you know better in that situation, you must read it. So never expect when you find yourself in a situation that you are right. Don't take criticism or correction without resentment or retaliation. That's heavy. Resist moving out of personal comfort zones in work, study, ministry, relationship, but always look for the easy and familiar route. How can you go back to what you know? If some of it ended up here, how can you go back to it? How can you trust it? Some of you are sitting here because the only reason you want to go back is it's the only thing you know, and you're scared of learning something new. Afraid. Fear stops us from doing amazing things. Don't read, listen to, or learn anything that challenges existing practices or prejudice. Never mind that. In contrast, teachability means, okay, so now what teachability means, you are aware of the limitations of your own knowledge and abilities. Woo, that's something. What, Jacques? Nobody wants to know their limits. Everybody wants to be in conversation and sound like the smartest guy in the room. I'm not going to tell a doctor how to operate on a brain. I can, because I'm a doctor. No, I'm kidding. I was a doctor, engineer. I was many things. I thought I was. You know what I mean? I thought I was a lot of things. Sure. You admit limitations, inability, and ignorance to others who can teach and help. You regularly ask for help, instruction, guidance, and advice. That's something I do daily. I never used to do that, ever. The Bible says in a multitude of counselors there's wisdom. That can be your parents, it can be your spouse, your wife, your husband, but speak to at least 2 other persons before you make a proper decision. But we don't, because we think we know better. I'm so glad my counselor come knocks on my door and says, Jacques, listen, bro, I'm going home. I'm not glad about that. I'm just glad they come because they struggle. Because one of the huge block in recovery is asking for help. But you'll rather tell one of these guys next to you about you want to go home and not tell the guy who really wants to speak into your life or goal or whatever. Connection is good. It's really good in a place like this, but you must check where you get your advice from. I'm serious. And some of you just eat it up. Eat it up. being manipulated. You guys some of you, man, are getting really, really hugely manipulated. And the guys behind your back are just laughing, bro. Just laughing. You're the pop in that story. You regularly ask for help. Okay, never mind that. You learn from anyone and everyone you can. The best education, pastor, I wrote it. So anything that you... There's always someone who will know more than you. There's always someone who will be stronger than you. There's always someone who will fight better than you. There's always someone who will be smarter than you. You're not, in that sense, you're not, anyway, never mind. You're prepared to move out of your comfort zone, try something different, make mistakes, look stupid, answer wrongly, etc., etc., etc. Read that again. You're prepared to move out of your comfort zone, try something different, make mistakes, look stupid, and answer wrongly. Integrity. You don't give up when you fail at something, but seek help and try again and again until you get it right. You're willing to change your views and practices when conversing with evidence presented to you, even if it means admitting you were wrong. In early recovery, especially in a rehab, it's so refreshing to hear people admit when they're wrong. But you can see people who admit when they're wrong, or the kind of heart they have, then or someone saying, like, let's use commit as example. Most of you have been there. More than others. But there's a difference between, if they said it, then I did it. Or, yes, yeah, I did say it. Or I did say it. Or, yes, I did say it, One's prideful, the other one not. A heart conditioned. And admitting something that you did wrong. Lucas is a very, very, very wise man. And he probably reads you before you come into the door. Why would you lie to him?
Scared of you?
It's bull. You're scared of consequences, not of Lucas. Everybody in this room is scared of consequences. Some of you don't think about consequences. Let's talk about that for a sec. Some of you don't even think. You must make a decision and be prepared to live with the consequences. You can't be bad now because you were caught. Can't choose it. You can't choose consequence. It's either good or it's bad. The choice is yours. Now you make a mistake. Lucas corrects you. Now you want to be angry with Lucas. Where does the mistake lie? But you don't think about the consequences of a decision. You just make them freely, daily. Flipping daily you make decisions. Thousands of them. You have 70,000 thoughts a day. And I read that up again because I remember, 95% of them are the same as yesterday. You want to hear the freaky thing about that? 90% of them are bad, negative thoughts. Negative thoughts. It's amazing. Now add emotion to that. Spontaneous, unteachable pride. Now imagine where you are then. In a hole. And then you start lashing out at us doing committee, or blah blah, blaming everybody else. I don't think it's fair. Can't choose your consequences. I won't go into that. It's a guys group topic. 5 signs that you're unteachable. Number 1. You get offended when someone tries to teach you something you already know. You pretend you already know what's being taught, even when you don't. It's like when I correct someone, like, I know, Jacques, yes, I know. Do you? Do you know? Correct him, talk once or twice, and then I get really firm, and then it's like, oh. Talk nice twice. I talk nice twice, and then correction comes, my man. Iron sharpens iron. You can't take instruction from those of lower positions. UOs under monitors on workstations. Please pick up that. No, don't talk to me like that, my man. You're prideful. Unteachable. Don't do it like that. Listen, I was a plumber for at least 3 weeks. I know what I'm doing, man. The hammer's upside down. I know a hammer. It's the truth. You know, I have this. I can tell a lot about a guy. Seriously, the way he swings a pick. Can tell a lot about him. I'll tell you guys some other time. And a spade. And a spade. An axe. Anyway. You feel certain tasks are beneath you, so you don't need to learn them anyway. I am never going to wash dishes, so I don't have to. We have 6 cleaning ladies at home, and they wash the dishes all the time. I don't need to learn this. I've seen people here that can't sweep. I come out of my office here one day, and a guy's got a broom about this size. He's doing this. And I have 4 new brooms in my office. It's whack. Absolutely whack. Not asking for help, eh? You try to one-up the one giving instruction by providing you with more than you can do. So many of these things there. So many things of unteachable spirit. Uniqueness is you can't think that your circumstances, and especially environmental guys, because a lot of things are the same. Most of your backgrounds, I can tell you, is the same. 95% of you has got the same kind of background. In addiction. But you guys choose to listen to people still in it than people that's been through it. And that I find just mind-blowing. Misery loves company, eh? Okay, the spirit is the spirit of pride and unteachable spirit. Emotional effect, arrogance, lack of spiritual discipline, deceived mind, self-deception. Wow! Self-deception. You're deceiving yourself when you have this thinking error. Well, all of them mostly, but this one especially. I love this thinking error. Deceiving yourself. Corrective. In a group, find similarities to others, which we all connect very quickly because we like talking about our bad stories. And then suddenly we feel better about ourselves because our bad stories aren't that bad anymore. So now we connect. On the wrong foundation. What should be the connection? Help. Love. All of a sudden you heard some bad things about one guy and I want to be his friend. Think you're going to do the same things to you. That bugs me. You hear how much bad stories this has done, but you befriend him like, I think he doesn't do it to you. No, he's open with me, Jacques. No, we connect, man. We like this. I haven't seen one friendship that lasts you, except the ones that end in relapse. Especially when you leave. You're young now. Connect, yeah, absolutely, but I've never seen it go further than... I'm all about percentages today. But 95%. Or round about there. They don't last. You lose your interest because your interest is not true. Search was okay. Observe ordinary people solving life problems and apply it to oneself. Yeah, you've been through much, eh? And you're still here. Fight, man. Sure. Spiritual application. Examine yourself. Take a good look at yourself. Take a good look at yourself. Pull yourself towards yourself. Stop living out there and just be ya. For 6 months, be present. That's difficult because woo. I'm looking for a Bible verse I will read you a bit earlier. Okay. 1 Corinthians 10 verse 12 says, wherefore let him that thinks he stands take heed, pay attention, lest he fall. If you think that you are above the weakness of other people, you are dead wrong. Warn us, okay? For as a man thinks to be something when he is nothing, he deceives himself. This is the word kind of deception. This is the worst kind of deception. Self-deception. The worst thing about being deceived is you... Freaks me out. Another divine viewpoint relating to thinking area is found in 1 Corinthians 11 verse 31. The verse says, for if we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged. Examine yourself, take a good look at yourself. Judging or critical praises ourselves saves us a lot of misery. Have a reality check. We are really not so different. If we do not judge our own behavior, we will never change. But that lets people out. Like someone must point out to you that you are doing wrong. And that, especially people with that kind of backgrounds, I don't use the word hate, but really dislikes it. Really dislikes it. Learn the heart of a person, man. You know what in a man's heart comes out of his mouth. It's not that what goes in that defiles a person, what comes out. That's all I have to say about that. Pay it if you like. Father God, I lift up everyone in this room to you. Please guide us and lead us in your awesome ways. Father God, I pray that the hearts of understanding, I pray that open hearts and open minds, show us yourselves in ways that we understand and show us deeper ways of loving you. And I pray that we always seek you and find you. And you're always there. I pray for the courage to do so. You're amazing in everything that you do. All of this is for you, and we love you. In Jesus' name, amen.